Hello, good morning, lovely friends of our podcast Beyond Clouds. This is Inji Mamdouh, your host, and welcome to our program Velvet Hearts. First, I want to express my deepest apologies for this delay in sharing the episodes. But as you know, it is my first time in podcasting. I'm still learning, and I work hard to make this program really useful to all of you. Thank you so much for having me. And you have to know that deep inside, I'm very grateful for your patience and support. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. It is our first step in our transformation journey. And accordingly, we will start with tackling our inner narrative. So, are you ready? Okay, let's go.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh.
Hello again and welcome back. Before starting digging deep in our topic, let's first determine the meaning of the inner narrative. What is the inner narrative? According to various human science studies, the inner narrative is the story we are telling ourselves. It is the idea we are keep convincing ourselves with. It is our inner monologue. The thoughts pop into our heads and reach the core of our beliefs. This inner narrative is tied to the bigger picture of our story. It starts from our childhood experiences to the present moment and to how we process each day. I guess we got the meaning of the inner narrative. It is clear that the inner narrative has a deep impact on our future and on how we are going to deal with our tomorrow. That automatically will lay its shadows on our big picture or overall story. Now the question is, how can we know what does our narrative tell about us? To know this, we have to listen to our inner voice. And so, what we are going to do now is to make a small exercise together to figure this out. Ready? Okay. First, take a deep breath. Then, close your eyes. Try to listen to your inner voice. Try to catch it. Did you catch it? Okay, great. Now I want you to focus on what is it repeatedly saying to you right now. Okay, we are done. Now from what you heard, you will classify your narrative. Is your narrative kind? Are you compassionate with yourself? These challenging ideas, thoughts, and questions are your first step of all. It shows how do you treat yourself, how are you handling your problems. It tells a lot about yourself. It's like your DNA or maybe your fingerprint. Fortunately, and unlike our DNA, we can change our inner narrative. We can put an end to this abusive inner narrative. The next question is, how can we change it? As I said earlier in this episode, our inner narrative is tied with our past. And usually when we had unpleasant past, we suffer a lot with our inner narrative. We definitely don't have the opportunity to change our past, but we are eager to change the story of our tomorrow. We can't fix our past sub-stories, but we have to know that if we change our perspective, we will have control on how our tomorrow's sub-stories and our overall life journey's finale will end up. So first, you have to acknowledge that it is your own life and you have to take control over it. It is your own story, not anyone's else. Don't let anyone tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It is totally fine to take wrong decisions as long as you will learn from them. It is fine to fail more than once, but you have keep on trying. You must not ever give up. It's okay if you have been knocked down to earth, as long as you will get back up again. You have to learn how to accept everything, even if you are going to start all over again. You have to learn how to be kind to yourself and do the things you missed doing your whole past years. It is your own life, and you have to embrace every single thing about it. Finally, you have to learn forgiving. Forgive yourself. Treat yourself right. Learn from your past and plan for your next step. And speaking of next step, unfortunately, we came to an end of this episode. Wish you enjoyed it. Wish you forgive my hesitations. And I will be delighted to receive your questions, suggestions, and whatever you wanted to tell me at our email bc.podcast21@gmail.com. Again, bc.podcast21@gmail.com. Thank you so much for having me. See you soon and have a good day. Bye-bye.
If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.